Thanks, Steve. Well, do you remember being homesick when you were away at college? I know I do. But when, oh, there we go. When is it something parents really need to worry about? Todd Petkin, am I saying that right, Petkin?
That's right.
Okay. It has a written book called Finding Happiness, One Man's Quest to Beat Depression and Anxiety and finally let the sun shine in, because you went through this. When you went off to college, it was not a good situation for you, was it?
Tanya, the toughest thing I've done in my entire life was to make it through college for 4 years. I was coming home every single night at 19. I was a man who felt like such a loser to have to come home and sleep at home with my mommy and daddy and watch the Cosby Show so I could relax. That was how I relaxed. And
really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
What was it inside of you, and what have you found in your research that, I mean, because there's a difference between being homesick and then there is really not coping well with being away.
Right. Well, I had gone to overnight camp when I was 10 and had just a traumatic experience, and that followed me to college. When I was young, I also had a lot of low self-esteem, and I needed to get A's. A lot of kids stress over grades. So as I went to college, I brought the stress over grades and the homesickness, and the two collided. And I actually had a breakdown later in my life, which I share with people at the age of 36. But during college, as I said, it was really traumatic. And the statistics are important, because if people aren't aware that how normal this is, a lot of kids think that they're different. They don't understand, you know, I'm in college, it's supposed to be one party after the next, and I'm miserable, boy, I must be a loser. 65% of kids in college are homesick at one point. 44% have depression. Over 51% suffer at least one major mental health episode. 11% of freshmen have suicidal thoughts.
Oh, wow.
And of the people who have suicidal thoughts and depression, 85% don't get help.
So quickly, what can parents do? What signs should we be looking for from our kids?
Well, I think the first thing is, if you have a child who has had lots of stress and has had homesickness, I highly recommend sending them to a college within an hour of your home.
Right.
They can always transfer. If I wasn't able to have the support of my parents, I hate to think of what I would have done. That's how you just become, every minute becomes difficult on campus. And that's when you start to drink, and that's when you start to do drugs so that you can relax. I think you need to share with your kids that this is normal. If you're a kid and you're told college is great, every time you're in college you should be happy, it's freedom, you're away from your parents, every minute you should, you know, just be ecstatic, and then all of a sudden you're miserable and you're homesick and you think you're the only human being since the planet started, you say, oh my God, I'm a loser, I'm really messed up.
You know, here's the thing. There's so much. Finding happiness is not just about college. It's about dealing with life and not being depressed, not getting over your anxieties, helping you find real happiness. We've talked about one tiny little thing. I wish we had more time to talk about more. Where can they get the book? Yeah,
please, you can go to Amazon.com.
Amazon?
But also go to my website. Everything is free there at www.findinghappinessthebook.com. You can go to my 12 Weeks to Living a Happier Life.
Okay, sounds good. Awesome. Thanks for coming in.
Tanya, thanks so much.
You bet. A breaking news update.